cold? Are you cold, Bubba? Hey, good morning, Marlon. How are you, my friend? Look at those loving. Oh. I thought I had to walk this road alone. Oh, I have to go get a ferry. A whisper said, "You're not alone." I stumbled through my doubt and fear. Felt the night too dark to see. But love was softly standing near, walking every step with me. You don't know who walks beside you when your strength feels far from home. You don't know, but you sound, I am better. I have to be better. I'm going to work. You don't know how you're doing? Every tear that falls inside you is seen by eyes that never sleep. Move the blanket. Is it in the way? You don't know who walks beside you, but the promise is still deep. Yeah, you don't know. Well, let me tell you, because I know, because I'm a know-it-all. Sometimes I fight the wind. You're doing awesome because you are absolutely awesome. So all you have to do, Marlon, is step into your awesomeness. It's already there. The world may fade, the shadows fall, your love still answers every call. And when I think I've lost my way, grace takes my hand and helps me stay. Oh, you don't know who walks beside you, but heaven walks this path with you. Love is never once denied you. Hey Marlon, I love you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I think if I walk out of the room, it's time to spend. You don't know who walks beside you, but you are never alone. All right, what else do I have to do this morning to get ready? I don't know. So when the night feels endless and the road is long and wide, you want to dance, Jack? Remember love walks with you, always by your side. Let's get back to my home here. I thought I had to walk this road alone, carrying memories carved in stone. Let's go to my content. In the quiet of the dawn, whisper said you're not alone. Are you at a new gym, Marlon? I saw you were filming. I saw the girls behind you. But did you finally get permission, or are you at a different gym? Walking every step with me. You don't know who walks beside you when your strength feels far from home. Through the storm that tries to hide you, you are never on your own. Every tear that falls inside
myself. Huh, Baba, you see yourself on the TV? I don't know if I can turn this to show it. It's kind of cute. I'm sure he doesn't think it's very cute. Do you, Jack? Huh, Baba. Marlon says, I do have a license, but need it for each time now. Oh, is that what it's called, a license? Your love still answers every call. Even when I think I've lost my way, grace takes my hand and helps me stay. You don't know who walks beside you, but heaven walks this path with you. Love has never once denied you. Every word of that is true. What do you think, Jack? Through the story, through the lessons time can't hide. You don't know, all in German. Okay. So when the night feels it, Jack looked at me this morning and he knew today's the day. Mom's going back. Always by your side. Isn't that wild? If I could see if that one last TV. I love him so much. Okay, we really have to get ready. I had to walk this road alone, carrying memories carved in stone. But in the quiet of the dawn, a whisper said, you're not alone. I stumbled through my doubt and fear, felt the night too dark to see. But love was softly standing near, walking every step. Who is it, Jackie? You don't know who walks beside you when your strength feels far from home. Through the storm that tries to hide you. Hi, Rich Martinez. Hi, Kate. Oh my gosh, I feel so stinking honored to have you here. Thank you. Wow. I am very thankful to Carl for introducing us. Thank you. That's Jack. That's my Jack. That's my boy. What else? We need shoes. But are we ready to put shoes on? No. Ivy and I have 3 dogs and 3 cats. I love that. Bye, Jack. Oh, are you hungry? Where's your food? What's left? There you go. If I had a partner that I lived with, I would have more pets. But it's just me and Jack, so, and chickens. And a full-time job. No, your youngest son is named Jack. My favorite name. Now, if you told me you had a redhead in your family, I'd fall down right here. What do you think, Jack?
Simona, good morning. How are you? Thanks for coming by. Jackie might eat. Jack's been on the eating kick, which pleases me to no end. I call him Jackie Boy. Well, I call him Jackie Boy, Jacqueline, Jackie Poo, Jack in the Box. Any Jack I can think of, I call him. Oh my gosh, what the heck is that? Stop it, cat. There we go. Oh my gosh. A senior in high school this year. Wow. Awesome. That's your youngest. Sad. I'm going through, listen, my kids are in their 30s now, early 30s, and I still go through empty nest syndrome every time I go visit them. I come home and I have to start all over again. My heart just breaks and I miss them all over. And dang, man, kids just suck sometimes. Oh, I don't mean that like it sounded, but you know what I mean. Kids are hard, and letting go is so hard. Your oldest daughter's 42. Yeah. And don't you always want to fix things for your kids even though they're grown up? Do they ever call you just crying and you just want to rush in and fix things even though there's nothing you can do? I guess that never really goes away. You're going to get me all emotional talking about my babies. I just came back from vacation. We did an early Thanksgiving together in Florida because, you know, they have in-laws and stuff, and it just made everything easier, and I really, really needed a visit. Carl, my friend. Look who's here, Carl. I want to thank you so much, my friend. Carl knows the best people. Where's my other fairy? I need her, okay? I wish my friend Meek was here so I could tell him this story, since he was sharing an embarrassing story. I have these tincture bottles. Let me see if you can see them. Yeah, so I have these tincture bottles, and 2 of them are marked, and 1 of them's not. Hi, Bridget. Good morning. And 1 of them that's not marked is magnesium oil for muscle pain. And in the dark one day, I took a dropper full of that oil, and oh my gosh, it was the worst. The worst thing ever. Ooh. And embarrassing, but you know, nobody knew, but I just felt dumb. Binta, oi. Hi, Stitchy. Jack is eating. Jack has been really doing a lot of eating lately, which is great. Because on vacation, he loses a few pounds to travel. So I'm just so happy to see him with a really good appetite. Stitchy, how late am I? You're never late. The party never starts till you're here, Stitch. Stitch, do you know Rich and Ivy at the cave? If you don't, you should, my friend. Stitch is very young, Rich. She's my youngest and most favorite little sister. Aw, thank you. What a lovely number. You got the 7. 7 and 13, some of my favorite numbers. Why? I don't know. What is Kat doing? Is she getting ready for work? No, she's not. Hi, Bubba. You don't really have, I don't really have favorite numbers, but I have numbers that make me feel different ways. And just a tiny bit of knowledge behind some of the meanings behind numbers. Tiny bit. Stitch says no, Cat is not allowed to go back to work. Little sis says go back to bed. I wish. Bridget says I see the angel numbers all the time, right? And like I said, I have just a general knowledge, tiny bit. I go more on how they make me feel. Fours, for some reason, fours are a real comforting number to me. Hey Carl, how are you, my friend? Hey Carl, and tell me, Carl, is Tina here? In case I don't see Tina, I want to say good morning, Tina. Bridget says, oh, interesting. I've never had a number make me feel a certain way. Me neither. I've always been very, stop it. Oh my gosh, I've got to fix that. I've always said I wasn't sensitive to energies. Like when people say they feel energy, I was like, no, I don't feel that stuff. But things are changing. Things are definitely changing. Stitch says, Cat, guess what? I'm the baby, gotta love me. Is that what? Look at my boy, he did so good. Hi, buddy. You're such a good boy. You coming back in? You gonna think about it? What a good boy. Yes, how did you know? Brenda says, I do get vibes about certain customers sometimes, like bad vibes. Those are very easy to pick up on, I think. Or on the easier level, because we all come across that. Jackie Poo. I wonder if people who put out the bad vibes ever feel people who have bad vibes. I think we're going to have to let Jack out. I think he's going to make me. Hi, buddy. It would be interesting. What is it, babe? You're such a good boy. I'm so proud of you. You're so, oh, you're itchy. Okay, itchy head. Go ahead, do your thing. Yeah. This is Jack's bed. Yes, that's why Bridget, everywhere I go, I have covers on everything. I have just a closet full of covers for couches and beds, and when we go places, I have things to cover other people's furniture, because I just have no control. And it just makes us all happier that way. I'm not always complaining. All right, Jackie. Bridget says I feel her on that. Yeah, I'm just all about making things a little bit easier nowadays. Oh, Jack is banging at the door. Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's just take you. Let's just take you, because he could be out there a while. Oops, and that way I can heat my coffee up too. Hello, Jack. Jackie Poo. So this is our daily ritual. Right, Jack? Yep. Give Mom a minute. This is with my car key. You ready? See what I can do. It's freezing out. I don't think there's too much moving around. I have a nest of baby bunnies under the shed out here. Oh my gosh, it is so cold. Good boy, Jack. Stitchy says she's tired. Well, babe, go back to sleep, my friend. No, go. I'm hoping not to stay out here too long. The moon is really pretty, but it's kind of low in the cedar trees, so I can't show you. It's really pretty, though. It's a pretty yellowish, yellow peachy color. Oh, Stitch says, what do you mean back to sleep? I was never asleep. You know, that's some of the good things about being homeschooled. You get to be on your own natural schedule. All right, Jack. Coffee. Coming, Jackie? Are you ready, buddy? Yes, let's go in. It's so cold. He says it's cold too. He's ready to come in. You know it's cold. Last week, last day I worked, I paid way too much attention to chat and forgot to make my drink for work. And that's the one thing I have to have. Boy, if I can't have a little alcohol at work, I just wouldn't make it through the day. Kidding. My drink is just Crystal Light. Jokes get me in trouble sometimes. the life. So this was my most important mission for work today, to bring a drink. And then we're going to give ourselves permission to drink some Gatorade. I'll get back in there in a sec. So that is my purse for work. What I carry into the stores. All right. Drink up. My coffee's hot. I am happy. I'm a happy girl. While we're here, say good morning, Deb. She's hiding in the corner. We're not really talking right now. Huh, Jack? What's up, buddy? You look kind of sad. Maybe I'll just move this over here. Sorry, I hope you don't get motion sick. Rich says he's going to make tea. Coffee comes on at 4:30 a.m. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Oh, it's not 4:30. I don't even know where you're at, Rich. I'm not sure if I missed anything. Give me just a second. Oh, Bridget said good potty, Jack. Yes. Okay. Good. We're doing good. No, I live stream from 3 to 5 a.m. and then from 5 to, depending on what store I have to go to, from 5 to about 5:30, I get ready while I'm listening to Yogi, and I'm usually leaving right around the 5:30. Most of my stores are half an hour away at the most. Occasionally they send me far away, and then I'm really grumpy because I have to get home to take care of Jack at lunch. I am looking for a fairy, and I cannot find her. Do you work today, Bridget? I work for Pepsi, which I'm always making jokes about, Pepsi versus Coke. So basically, you said you work in the grocery store. I do too. I'm the person who comes in once the Pepsi truck has been delivered. I'm the one who takes the truck apart and puts it where it needs to go. We basically probably do exactly the same job. Just handling different things. But just says, oh, nice. Yes, I work today, but not till 1:30 p.m. 12 hours from now. Girl, go back to sleep. Go do something fun. Stitch says, fun fact, Cat works for... Stop that. Bridget, you're a cashier. You're one of my favorite people in the store. Jackie, you have a full belly, buddy? Bridget says, I'm weird. I stay awake till like 5 a.m. I have to be honest. I think my natural sleep cycle would be that, to stay up more late into the evening and sleep later in the day. Stitch, don't you love me no more? Listen, I have to stay loyal to Pepsi because I'm open for them to offer me a new role. Big Banana TV, Derek. Hello, my friend. How are you? Stitches. You're so funny, Stitchy. Jack. Jack. Derek at Big Banana says hi. He says, "Hey, Jack." I love trying to say hey just like Derek. It's just so dang sweet. You're good. I'm so glad to hear that. Rich from the cave says hi to Big Banana TV. You see me on Cat's shelf. Yes, you are up there.
Don't plant thorns, let the roses abound. Choice is power, it's all in your hands. Feed the soul, watch it make
Yes, I'm right here, my friend. What is your question? Bridget says, I have an ex who is obsessed with Stitch. There's my boy. What is your question, my beautiful little sister? Hmm. Right, Jack? This is how it's going to be, huh? Carl says, Rich and Ivy are brilliant people. I agree, Carl. Did you hear me say, Carl, I thank you so, so much for introducing us? Stitch, I don't know which one that is. If we're talking about our original friend, no. But I believe if we did see our friend, he'd have a different name now. Bridget says, go sleepies, Jack. That is his plan. I'm looking for a fairy and I cannot find her and it's upsetting me a little bit.
Then I hear this voice inside of me, whispering softly that it's not me, and the truth.
Michael Jackson nipple. Yeah, maybe. Carl, how are you doing, my friend? I love you, Carl. Mm. All right, now that he's comfortable, maybe I can go look for my fairy in the kitchen.
Rolling around, listen without a sound, enjoying it, getting into the light breaks.
There she is.
Then I hear this voice inside me, whispering softly that it's not me, and the truth cuts deep, but it sets me free. More than relief is unspeakable. Yeah, the relief.
So My daughter got me this. I don't normally have stuff like this in my house. It's just not my thing. I mean, fairies are my thing for sure. Um, it's a song I wrote with Suno. So, yeah, my daughter got me these two ceramic fairies. And like I said, I'm not normally into that sort of thing, except for these look extraordinarily like my granddaughter's. It's really crazy. Thanks, Rich. I know you guys are into music. That's why I think I love your channel. There we go. Carl says I'm to meet Tina hopefully on Sunday. Oh, well, I hope so. Yes, based on a lesson from A Course in Miracles. Derek from Big Banana TV says, I am an odd number. Take away a letter and I become an even. What number am I? Oh my gosh. Let's pin it. I feel like I have to write it down to look at it. An odd number. Take away a letter. Stitch says 2. Bridget says I'm bad at riddles. I'm bad at guessing movie quotes. Squirrel is tough on riddles. He is. Squirrel's just a little bit smarter than me. Okay, let's say a whole lot smarter than me. I have to catch up. Bridget says that's okay. That's why I use hints. Marlon says Stitch teen. Okay, what is our riddle here? I definitely feel like I'd have to write it down. Stitch said 2, but did she mean like 3 and then you take away more than you become even? Wait a minute. Where did it go? I am an odd number. Take away a letter. Oh, a letter. Was that you? Oh no, it was a you're thinking on. Stitch says, Derek says hello to Marlon. Just need a second, I've got to cough it out. Okay, I'm done hacking. Stitch says, Ohana means family. Family means nobody is left behind or forgotten. One of the best messages of the movie, right? Bridget says, Banana, it took me a while to perfect my quote of the day technique. Carl says, Carl, you like riddles, especially when you solve them. What number? I feel like I have to write stuff down. I have no idea. What movie is that from?
secrets love to flow. With a pint in hand and tales to spin, let the whiskey nights begin. Oh, raise your glass to the sky so wide, where the moon and stars take us for a ride. Sing it loud till the morning light. Here's to love and whiskey nights. Here's to love and whiskey nights. Met a lass with fire in her eyes, hair like gold and a laugh that flies. She said, come closer, don't be shy. We'll chase the dark and kiss the sky. Whoa, raise your glass to the sky so wide, where the moon and stars take
Stitch, reboot, and stitch. Alright, I'm gonna have to write down numbers to start. This is just too hard for me, Derek. Odd number, okay. Ah, 7. Haha. Good one. I knew I was going to have to write it down. It's 7. Take away the numbers or the letter S and it becomes even. Sorry guys, I solved it. No need to ask.
Here's to love and whiskey nights. Ooh, raise your glass to the sky so high, where the moon and stars take us for a ride.
Bridget, me too. I knew it was right there, but I just was being lazy and didn't want to pick up a pad and write it out.
Play and the feet do dance in the heart of Ireland's romance. We know the story untold, spun in silver and draped.
Carl says you won't see riddles on my live stream. You know what that makes me want to do, Carl? That makes me want to put a riddle up in your live stream.
Down the lane where the shamrocks grow, a place where secrets love.
I did not like this one. Oh, I said stop. I'm just going to stick with my favorites right now. Bridget says just don't be rude about it and it's all good. Oh no, I'd go into Carl's live stream and be really obnoxious about it just because he said you won't see it on my live stream. I'd probably get kicked out of his room for the day. I'm just a little rebellious like that. Oh, I think that's what Yogi calls the gates. Those gates that I'm supposed to pause at before I take a step and open my mouth. There are 3 gates that I stumble over all the dang time. Stitch says a cowboy rode his horse in town on Friday, stayed for 3 days, and left on Friday. How is that possible? Friday was the name of his horse. Yes, got you. That's very cute. Is it an old one? Must be why we knew it. At least the way I knew it. But you always remember riddles like that when you're looking at other riddles. You're like, there's a clue right here in this wording. You just got to figure it out. Big Banana TV says it is 7, guys. I'm sorry, Derek. You didn't hear me say I solved it half an hour ago, dude. I'm sorry, Derek. I had to pull out my notebook and actually write the numbers, and then I saw it. It was a very good one. I left it up so anybody else who came in could try to guess. Stitch says there are, oh gosh. I see this on live streams all the time where they have a silent live stream and just have the riddle up. There are 2 dads and 2 sons in a car, but only 3 people are in the car. How is that possible? Carl, how is that possible? Hi, Lee. How are you, my friend? I hope you're feeling even better from what you were yesterday. Your spirits are still up. I am doing well, Lee. I'm going to work, so I'm good. I always, I struggle to get to work, but once I'm there and actually warmed up and working, I'm doing really good. So I'm excited. How are you? I hurt, but I'll be okay. My spirits are up, yes. Oh, do you want me to, do I know the answer? I was leaving it for Carl. There are 2 dads and 2 sons in a car, but only 3 people are in the car. How is this possible? I was giving other people a chance. Bridget says, is my channel too small to do silent lives? No, that's the way people get watch hours. I wouldn't count on getting too many subscribers from a silent one of those silent lives, but definitely watch hours. If you're talking about what we were talking about the ones that I talked to Praveen about it yesterday, and he says it's a big thing in India to do that. Lee says that's good to hear. I love you, Lee. I was so happy to see you yesterday. Marlon says I'm getting a haircut and beard trim in less than 3.5 hours, and I'm still not sure how to get it cut. Well, are you going to be brave and do something drastic, or are you going to be safe and just trim? Stitch says, okay, Carl, do you know the answer? Bridget says, yeah, that is always a worry too, but losing subscribers. You know, I see some big channels doing it, but I don't know how I feel about it. Oh my gosh, stop that right now. That's not supposed to happen. I really need to delete that. Here we go. Let's see what we got in our library. I don't really know what these are anymore.
Cozy little room with sunlight streaming in. Jack the big red dog curls up with his best friend. Cat's got a sketch pad. Jack still
It's okay. Little bro, hi my friend. Give Jack a treat later. Okay, I have one or two left that I will give him one and let him know it is from you, little bro. Thank you. Marlon is not a fan of silent lives. The low engagement will drag your views down a lot of the time, so I'd rather just do lots of lives, actually doing something. They get way more views. Stitch says, is my riddle that hard? No. Yes. I mean, yes, it's that hard. Carl says, I'm glad Tina heard what you said because she's managing moderators. Well, I did say good morning to Tina this morning, even though I don't see her. I did say, just in case I don't see you, Tina, good morning. You know, Carl, mostly I'm all talk. Marlon says something about and with. Is that way more watch hours as a whole? Lee says, I'm not into silent lives. I end up leaving as I get bored. Right. Bridget says, oh, true, Dundee. I see a lot of people from Asian countries doing silent lives. Yeah. But, you know, they just did that whole crackdown on Restream, which I find like Restream is more entertaining than just a picture on a screen all night. And, you know, I was doing them. I probably did about 5. And somebody who I love very much said to me, we don't support unhosted live streams. It's going to hurt my feelings, and then I'm not going to say anymore. But so I have some feelings about it. Lee said, I've had many say they would leave if they were doing silent and not into restreams. I just don't see what the difference is between a restream and the silent photo. But yeah, I did one. I think I probably opened it up because I needed the watch hours, but I did one night with little Debbie in the next room with some crazy lights going on like it was a rave. I actually got some hours and some subscribers, but yeah, I was just trying to get my numbers at that time. No, Stitch, I don't want to think that hard, my friend. Tell me what the answer is. I should have pinned it, Stitch. I'm sorry I didn't. So there are 3 people in the car, 2 dads, 2 sons. One's a grandfather, and I don't know, something like that. Right. Dundee says, Dennis is honestly for watch hours. People can just rewatch your stuff. The loyal ones are usually the only ones who stick around on Silent Lives, anyways. Yeah, but if you're just starting and you don't have a base of loyal people, you know what I'm saying? Like at that time, I didn't know anybody and I was not doing live streams, like one on one talking to you like this, live streams. Because I tried one and it was disastrous and I felt so self conscious and I said, never again. I said, that is not for me. Lee says, I'm not bothered about numbers or being monetized. I know, that's good. I think that's great. But I am. I would like to utilize anything that's given to me to not have to go to work for somebody else every morning. It would be a lot of freedom for me and a whole new way of life. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for. Carl says Cat loves missing comments. Carl, you could just say, hey, Cat, what are watch hours? Carl, now I shouldn't even bother reading that because you know what watch hours are. Because you complain about it. You say you don't have any watch hours. Well, I don't know where your watch hours are now, but that's because you restarted your channel. One grandpa, one dad, and his son. Thank you, Stitchy. Lee says lives where the numbers area YouTube is all about the work put in. Can't expect all handled on a plate. I think I got lost somewhere in this conversation because Carl got upset with me. I think everybody has a right to be here and to do their thing on YouTube, no matter what their reasons for. I don't think one's more honorable than another. I respect everybody's reasons. You mean the comment before that. Thank you, Carl. I am going to pull you up and just look at your channel activity. Carl, you do know that I'm getting ready for work, so that is why I will miss comments. Tina is in the background because she's 5 kids. She has 5 kids? I love her. My mom had 5 kids. Meep. I missed Meep. Stitchy said, where did she say goodnight? See, I missed a lot. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. I'm looking. Stitch says, okay. Yes, and somebody said one of the sons is a dad. Lil bro, you got it. Well, that was you, Marlon. Like I said, you said you would. And Praveen, that is Praveen's suggestion too, is that don't go to all these other channels gathering subscribers because those people are not going to watch your content. You're just supporting each other, but you may be hurting each other in the long run. But everybody just wants to get there fast, right? So that's all. Lisa's Cat, I know many with 45,000 plus subs, loads views, and they still work. Yeah, I don't know what. Bridget says, yeah, I'm working on the loyal fan base. Leap says, Cat and Jack PS, reference missing comments, try this, Carl, LOL. Hey, Cat. Good morning, Tony. How are you? I enjoyed you talking to Yogi last night, and I am really excited to see you hanging out on song night. That is, yay. Rich from the cave says, hi, Music Meet. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, agree, Cat. It's whatever you want to do. It's your own channel. But no, not many make comfortable living without hard work. I agree. Well, maybe not. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's the problem with, maybe that's what we're stepping into is a world where we get paid to do the things we love. And why the heck not? And why the heck not me? And why the heck not you, Lee? Why the heck not Rich and Ivy? Why shouldn't we get paid to do the things that we love? The world's a little backwards. Maybe we can change it. Aw. Meet this cat. I love Yogi with a passion, as I do many others around here, including you too. He's hard to not love. It would be hard to not love Yogi. There's just, oh my gosh, just a wonderful, wonderful person. And wow, thank you, YouTube. Thank you for the friends that led me to Yogi. Thank you to the friends who led me to you guys. Thank you, you guys. Carl says goodbye. Carl, goodbye. I hope you have a great day, and I love you. Lee says, because there is a system, always been that way. Only way change, remove all bosses and powers above. The gnome says, Henry? Yes, that's Henry. Bridget says, I know several people who make apparently plenty of money with social media being their job, and they get to travel a lot too. Nice. Rich from the cave says, good night, Carl. And hi to the gnome. Hi, gnome. Eve says, I emailed Yogi mid live stream session, LOL. It's true. Yeah, I heard. I was supposed to be getting ready for bed, and I just kept popping in. And by the way, $1 billion syndrome, Duncan Walsh. I need to get with him. Oh, Carl, why can't I love you both? And I love you differently. Yogi's under the gun. You don't want to be loved the way I love Yogi. Carl, I love you so much. You know, you're like my brother. We have such a close relationship like brother and sister. And I love that. And I love you. And thank you so much for just being you, Carl. Bridget says, I can name several who I follow loyally too. Yeah. Music Meet says, Carl, we love you. You need to learn to live with that, brother. Yes, we love you, dang it. Whether you like it or not. Rich says, Jack has a great looking coat color. I agree. My dream is to fill the world with more redheads. And since I'm no longer producing offspring, Jack's next girlfriend is going to be my hope of that. My hope of making that dream come true. Stitch says, I hate sleep. Girl, I love sleep. I can't remember a time where I did not like sleep, but now I love it. Bridget says, thank goodness for my 40-hour week grocery store job. I don't have the business sense to stay home and just do social media, but having it as side income would be cool. Marlon says, I love my girl more than anyone. It doesn't mean I don't love my friends and family, just in a different way. Really, Meep. Meep says, I was born red, dark auburn. As a child, I had the temper from hell. Yeah, I don't know if it's just, maybe it's an excuse, but I personally feel like that redheaded temper thing is real. That's why the gates are so valuable for me. Because I've got a vicious mouth. It can be quite ugly. I'm embarrassed at some of the things I've said. It's like, wow. Rich Martinez at the cave says, I only sleep 2 hours at a time and wake up. So you catnap. I try to follow, I don't know if anybody knows of, I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. Let me just pick it up right here. I don't know if anybody knows of Jane Roberts, the Seth books. But Seth has advice on a good sleeping pattern, and it's 4 to 5 hours, and then naps is needed throughout the day to run optimally. Bridget says, I love sleep, but I still end up going to bed late. And Rich at the cave says, it's 4 a.m. here now. Did you already tell me where you're at, Rich? We're on the same time zone. I'm sorry if I've missed something. Marlon says, I grew into the red hair, mainly red beard, but also in my teens started to get somewhat reddish head hair. Yesterday, I don't know what live stream I saw you in, but it might have been yesterday. Definitely, you look like a total redhead, Marlon. A beautiful redhead. Meep says, well, Kat, I've never been a different hair color. I've no way of comparing what it would be like to not be a redhead. You are a redhead? Just no coincidence that we found each other. Redheads unite. Right, Jackie? We need Lucy here now. Lee says, Magnetic North Adventure says, I did like how my beard was red yesterday in the sun. Yes, beautiful. Bridget says it's 2 a.m. and she's in Colorado and she's gonna hunt down my ex and collect child support for me. Marlon says, actually, only one person ever called you a ginger. Well, everybody else is blind. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, we have warnings starting to bring flood warnings. Oh, wow. Okay, you're in New York. Rich says, Western New York, cold up here. We got some snow. Nice. I was born in, and we had family in Cornwall, and where else? I was born in Newburgh, but I believe we lived in Cornwall. I probably had to go to Newburgh to be delivered. Marlon says, and I wouldn't mind, I just don't think I am. I kind of wish I had more red hair. Meep says, well, I'm bald headed now, but genetically I'm still red. Yeah, you just can't get rid of that. Bridget says, I don't have a car. Oh, I hate this. I'm gonna go back and fix some of this stuff one day. This is yeah, it'll be fine. Lee says the rain is needed. We've had such low waters all year. Marlon, you're a redhead. I think if you have it in your beard and with as much as you do, you're absolutely a redhead. And you've got the drug resistance. Me too. I always have to warn the dentist, and an anesthetic not working well, which is connected to the redhead gene. Yep. And high tolerance to pain. Interesting. I have no other red. Lee says, not true on high tolerance to pain as recently as I know I was ground up in the mill. I'm just saying for me, I have the high tolerance to pain. Marlon says, even morphine just works like a good headache pill for me, but doesn't make me numb or high. Yeah, a lot of pain medications have the opposite effect on me. Music Beat says the last car I had, well, it was a small van, was red. Accidents happen, lol. Synchronicity, that van was led to me. It really was. Mike, my house breeder friend. The gnome says Henry the hippo. Yes. Bridget says I had red hair when I was little and I have zero tolerance for pain. I always find I had a best friend once. End of story. That's it. No. And she had a very low tolerance to pain and I just couldn't understand it. I was like, you are such a baby. But I realized that, everybody experiences things differently, but it was such a drastic difference between us. Yeah, Marlon says, actually, I met painkillers. Redheads are often pretty resistant to many. And Lee agrees. He says, that's true, Dundee, as many tablets don't work. And Music Meat agrees. And Bridget says, oh, yes, Dundee, I have trouble finding ones that work for my cramps every month. Marlon says, but it earned me a good pain tolerance. Usually it is literally if it's weaker than morphine, I don't bother because anything weaker won't do much anyways. So I might as well just grit my teeth a little. I love that link. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says he's turning back to natural remedies. They help more. I think that's the way we should go, is back to natural remedies. Get so much of the money out of the profit out of medicine. It just shouldn't be a thing. All right. Rich told me it was 4 o'clock a little while ago. It's only 4:07. I was trying to decide if I should put my shoes on.
Tides may change, but they're never apart. This crew's bound together by love and heart. Cat keeps it cool, Stitch jumps in the deep. Michael's tunes play while the dreams all leave.
Music Meat says sometimes the opiates help. For example, if people are in agony. Yeah. Lee at Magnetic North Adventures. Spider, why did you just come out like that? Wow. You're a big one too. You need to go away. I just had a spider crawl out of nowhere. Lee at Magnetic North Adventure says, in less than 2 weeks, I'll be off tablets and I'll not have again. Good. Let's hope that stays. I like that. Ah, Praveen, hello. I was talking about you earlier. Good morning. How was your day, Praveen? We were talking about whether or not those silent, unhosted live streams are worth it. Do they hurt or help? Lee says, I'll be using more from Nature's Medicines. It's free. Exactly. I mean, you just shouldn't be making money off of medicine. It should be, I mean, if anything, maybe a bartering system, but not so much profit out of medicine. That makes things kind of get mucky. It muddies the waters. Music Meat says, P.S. I've still got a mad mouse running riot in my house. LOL. Oh no. Marlon says, I was at my limit after my accident. Well, with all the tests the doctors ran, that pushed me to the edge, and that was why I did agree to something. Other shoe. Did I get up here with only one shoe? Daniel, how are you, my friend from New Zealand? Cute, love good dogs, love you, like happy. I love you, Daniel Brown, and I'm so happy to see you when you come in. Thank you. Daniel Brown, my brother. Daniel, you know my last name is also Brown. Funny. I went from green to brown. Marlon says, is that but got only one dose of morphine and only once or twice some ibuprofen in the following days. Okay. Meep says, well, I don't like pain. Neither does that mouse. As soon as I catch it, it's out with a small path. Aw. Boy, you and Yogi are going to be best friends. Packed lunch. Yeah, this is the time of year they come into my house. I have all these fields around me. Yeah, only getting that one dose and some ibuprofen for almost snapping my spine and straining a bunch of muscles. Really wasn't too bad. Yeah, that sounds like a serious accident there. Lee says, I have to go now. Good day up. Good day all. Lee, what is your live schedule? You said you're gonna go live Sunday. Do you have any premieres or anything? Remind me before you leave me. Hi LB, how are you? LB for Life says, I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. Music Leaf says, hey, that mouse could be Yogi's late father. Serious, imagine that. Impaled. I'm not mocking the past of Yogi's father, but my point is valid. um, I just don't know what to say about that, Meep. LB for Life says, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm getting ready for work, and I'm still good. Imagine that. Okay. Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says yes. He goes live Sunday, 10:30 a.m. UK time. No videos. Did a member only video the other day. Okay. Thank you, Lee. So Sunday, 10:30 a.m. for him, and I think that's what, 6:30, 5:30. 5:30 for me. I'm gonna write it down because I forget everything. I couldn't understand why I forget everything, but I do. I do, don't I, Jack? I sometimes forget to eat. Where's our pens at, buddy? We can't find a pen to save our lives. Dang. Desperate times, man. Meep says, geez, cat, that mouse could be my own dad. Reincarnation. Um, I just think, I think, I mean, what the heck? It's all an illusion, anyways. We're all living a dream. But in my dream, reincarnation has an order, and you generally don't go back. You elevate, if there is such a thing. I mean, I would think Jack is a higher being than me, but I don't know where I learned that from. I could be totally wrong. Lee says, I have one premiere Wednesday, no other footage film, no shorts, so after that, gotcha. But yes, Thursday and Sunday, Ivy Live. Awesome. Did I miss something? Blah, blah, blah. LB for Life says, your dog is so cute. Thank you. That's Jack. LB for Life, I am. I'm in Northeast Tennessee. Meep says, anyways, I don't believe in any of that stuff, but I can't do that to another creature. Bridget says, see ya. Bye, Bridget. Have a great day. And bye, Lee. I love you, and be easy on yourself. Oh, LB for Life says, I'm in New York. Okay. I'm not sure if Rich Martinez from The Cave is still here, but he was just here, and he's also from New York. And I was also saying I was born in New York and have family in New York. So you're like family. Welcome. Oh, Bridget says, no, I was saying bye to Magnetic. I'm still here. Good. I found this guy yesterday. He was live streaming, and I think he has a big presence somewhere else, but he still kind of looks like new on YouTube. Crawdad something. I don't know. He plays the guitar, and I was just kind of hanging out because he has a cat. And this cat got on his lap, and he was just so sweet to this cat. I was like, I just got to hang out with this guy. And then he started singing later, and I was like, whoa, whoa, this guy has got a serious voice. Meep says, P.S. The mouse is still driving me nuts. LOL. Night, Bridget. LB for Life says, thank you. It's an honor to be family with you. Same. Meep says, welcome back, Bridget. I forget why I was telling you the story about this guy who was live streaming yesterday. It might come back around, or I might have totally lost it. Bridget says, I have time. Oh, you're going live this morning. Good. What time are you going live, Bridget? She says, I have time before my live. I have trouble starting my live before 3 a.m. my time. Was he also from New York? No, I don't think he was from New York. I don't remember. Gosh. It's so embarrassing when I just totally lose it and forget that connector, where that connector was. Meep says, heck, if I can keep up with the chat, cousin cat. Heck, if I can keep up with the chat, cousin cat. Why did I tell that story about that crawdad guy? I don't remember, dang it. You know, I just gotta laugh at my dementia. Should I not say that? I probably shouldn't. Who said something to me about... Oh, I was looking for a pen, and then I got distracted about the crawdad guy playing the guitar and his lovely little kitty cats. Something about his voice and how shocked I was, trying to recreate the thoughts in my mind. They had to finish this. Sunday, Thursday. LB for Life says, do you work an early morning shift? Yes. I work for Pepsi, so I follow the early morning deliveries, and I work the trucks that get dropped off at the stores. Beep says, Cat, one day when you're feeling well, brave, and trusting, you'll have to send me some pics of yourself and say what? Oh, you'll have... I hear you, Meep. Beep Neep says, LOL. I do believe you. I'm just teasing, you know. But yeah, you know. Bridget says, forgot. I have a couple people's videos I wanted to watch. And I'll see y'all later. Bridget, what time are you going live today? If you told me, I missed it. Before you leave me. But if you already left, bye, Bridget. Thanks for hanging out. Healthy for life, says Cat. You have beautiful long hair. Thank you. I think I was bald in a previous lifetime, so I'm making up for it. And let me tell you, when it goes gray, it's going to be a hard thing for me, you know, because my hair is my thing. Look at my dog. Look at me and my dog. It's a thing. Praveen, there's my friend. And thank you, Elby. I'm not mad at it. It'll work. LB for Life says you can always dye it that color. Yes. And you know what? The dyes for red hair have gotten so good. You know, I don't know if the girls who can really pass as redheads with dyed hair, I don't know if they're getting it done professionally or if it's box dye, but yeah. But I think I'd be silly. 80 years old and should have white hair and I'm still have bright red hair. It might look a little funny. We'll see. We'll see when I get there. Meep says, let me see what's coming up real quick. Dan's Struggle Bus. This song's about poor man's Jim. Dan. Music Meat says, put it this way, Cat. If I can freely express my my dentures flying out of my mouth in mid-vocal takes, then understand the rest is vanity. Though I'd never make you look bad, sister. And Praveen is giving us his thumbs up. I love you, Praveen. Vanity. It's such a tough thing to get over. I don't know if it's the same for men, but yeah. It's hard. That's when it gets a lot easier. A lot easier to be a Course in Miracles student and be like, oh, this is all a dream. Oh, this I see in the mirror today, it's okay, it's all a dream. Music Meat says I'm a master at manipulating people to look better, including myself. Ouch. Music Name says, P.S. Cat, if it helps. Without the filters, you still look great. Thank you. Praveen. Praveen with my sunflowers.
Love holds no grievances, I keep saying it out loud. But lately I've been fixated.
Meat says you are very welcome, and I never lie. Well, unless I'm in danger. But there's no threat posed from our cat. No, her claws are retracted today. That used to be my screen name on Yahoo. When Yahoo Chat was a thing, kittens got claws. I can't call myself a kitten anymore, but. Hi, Megan. How are you? It's good to see you, Megan. Oh, you're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have any plans for today, Megan? Yeah, I got it. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. What else do I need? I need my headphones for work because without music, my workday goes very, very slow. I can get lost in music and just be in my own little world and not be affected by anybody else. It's great. Yes, ma'am. I'm dressed. I'm ready. Have a good day at work. Thank you. I hope I plan on it. No matter what, I'm going to have a good day. Dang it. I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me. Music Meat says I was on on Yahoo user rooms, Cat. I was either Zaphod, Beaver Brooks, Slarty Bartfast, or something else. I forgot now. That's great. Megan says don't work so hard today. It's time. It's time to lift some weights and build these muscles back up because I've been a little sick. And as soon as I get sick, I lose a few pounds and it's always muscle. So I'm ready to go work out. But yes, you're right. In my own time, I like to work at my own little steady pace. Truthfully, I'm one of the not the slowest worker, but one of the slowest workers. But also the most reliable when I'm there. That's funny, right? I'm the most reliable worker when I'm there. I had some other names. Bend over, baby, I'm driving. I don't know where that came from, but I loved it. Good morning, Anna. How are you? Meep says, don't stress your body, Cat. You're just getting over a virus. Megan says, how long have you been working at Pepsi? I've been there 10 years. I am working on my 11th year now. And I set a goal. 10 years is what I wanted to do. So, wow, a lot of things are really opening up for me. There's a lot of freedom. I don't have to stay there anymore because I've fulfilled what I thought was something I had to do. Praveen says, hello, Anna, and so does me. Good morning, sunshine, Anna. Anna says, I am okay. Thank you, Kat. Just okay. And how are you? Well, I'm doing better than okay today. And I hope you get much better than okay soon. Because this is not you, Miss Anna. Anna says, good morning to Praveen. Megan says, that's a long time for you, Kat. Where I work, we worked for 20 years. I would have stayed, well, when I moved up here in 2008, there was still Kmart, and that's where I came from, was working for Kmart. I had been there 11 years. And I was going to transfer to Kmart in Virginia, and then what happened? A recession hit, yeah. So everybody that was going to leave their jobs stayed at their jobs. So when I came up there, I did not have that job anymore. I was going to say I'd still be at Kmart, but that's not true because I don't think there's a Kmart around anymore. Anna says, thank you so much, Kat. I hope so too. Maddie, good morning. Maddie says, much love, dropping a like from work. I hope you're well, Kat. Really good. Thank you, Maddie. I hope the same for you and your lovely little family. I love you guys. And thank you. Thank you for stopping and saying hello to me in the morning. You know, I just love you. Let's see. We might as well do it because I'll forget if I don't, right?
Carry memories carved in stone. But in the quiet of the dawn, a whisper said, I've stumbled through my doubt.
Music Meat says, Pepsi are growing. In my view, they made some serious mistakes in the past. I won't go into that here, but they are being influenced by a new creed. It's all good in my eyes.
Walking every step.
You know what one of their mistakes was? They had the option. They had the opportunity to buy the contract to distribute Monster, and they didn't take it. That's a big fail right there. But you know, we distribute Celsius now and Poppy, and there's another drink I don't remember the name of that's really popular. Oh, Anna says, I'm so glad that you were a good sunshine cat. I'm just going to reflect that sunshine onto you, my friend. Praveen says, I may have found a place in your heart just a few months ago, but now I'm sure I'll be living there for a lifetime. I love you, Auntie. I love you too, Praveen. Yeah, Praveen, you broke me wide open, my friend. Meeting you. And lovely Samin. And Muhammad. And Megan says, I hope you keep your job at Pepsi store. You do so well there. Thank you. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be released. I have other things I would like to do. Praveen says, Auntie, when is kayak live? When it's not 35 degrees at night. Probably not till spring. Or if I go back to Florida. But I'm not one for going out there on a cold lake or a cold river. Anna says, thank you for sending me Sunshine Cat. You're welcome, Miss Anna. Megan says, tell Anna I say hello. Anna, Megan Driscoll says, hello. Megan, where do you work at that you've been there for 20 years? Neat says, Cat, I'm not on about that. And I won't say because it would harm your channel. Pepsi equals integrity. They recently got rid of some bad apples. Anna says, hello, Megan. Do you know, I found a news article about how some employees from Coke got a hold of some employees from Pepsi and wanted to sell a secret formula. And Pepsi turned them in. Megan says that you work in a laundry room. um, if that's what you're saying, Megan, I could get a lot of satisfaction out of something like that. Starting off with a bunch of dirty stuff and ending with all clean stuff. That's right up my alley. Oh, at Mount Washington Resort. Wow. Hang on a minute. I have to cough. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I have a little post nasal drip that is itching the back of my throat so bad. And the only way to itch it is to cough. Only good thing about coughing, let me catch my breath, is it just means all that stuff in my sinuses is draining. Here's my Marlin song. Yes, Megan, I don't want to work at Pepsi any longer. Music Meet, that's so interesting you say that because I've been struggling with this for a couple of years. That's exactly what they told me at the hospital. The problem is if you're at work, you can't stop. You could because you find spit cups everywhere. It's disgusting. But right now, I'm not really coughing. It's like I said, it's just some drainage in my sinuses to the back of my throat, and it's an incredible itch. But yeah, I do realize that, and if I'm at home, I do have made it a practice to spit out that stuff. That's how I know I'm okay. As long as I'm getting rid of that stuff, my coughs are pretty productive. I know my body's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, Praveen says, from January 2023, oh gosh, I just lost it, to July 2025, I did duty on at international border, 21,000 feet above sea level, at temperatures, is at 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm at home, posting from an area of peace, as you know, Auntie. Lovely. I love that. Oh. And Praveen says, What is that, Megan? Praveen says baby Jack, and then he says take care, Auntie. Megan says, were you going to work? Or where am I going to work? Well, I have lots of things, lots of ideas, Megan. And at first I thought I wanted to travel, but I don't travel well. Sitting too long is just not good on my body at this age. So I think I love animals. Love animals. I think I'd like to raise a couple litters of Irish setters and maybe look into being a wildlife rehabilitation center. The problem with that is it relies on a lot of donations. Um, but I figure if I'm going to stay home, I want to be doing something I love. And animals, I love. Meep says cat, by extension, force it out and find a way to perpetuate that when you're on duty. It can be done. Carry a hanky. No, like I said, these guys carry around like a water bottle in their back pocket, a big old water bottle. And it's with it spit their dip in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a water bottle and oh, it's so gross. Squirrel Sniper, how are you? There we go. I need my glasses so I can type. What? Oh my gosh. Praveen, what did you just say? You just said the C word to me, my friend. I thought you liked Mountain Dew. The truth comes out, Praveen. But Megan, I did meet somebody who lives in my area on YouTube, and she did the wildlife rescue in California. So I do have a contact. I don't know what I'm waiting for to find information, but that is something I think I would like to do. Okay, Praveen says, remember, Auntie, when I come to Tennessee, both me and Samin are soda lovers, especially Pepsi. Samin, my sister, my late dad, and my mom are all animal lovers. We all love animals, especially dogs. Well, that's a good thing, because if you come come to Tennessee, Jack loves everybody, and he does not accept no for an answer. Anna says, do you plan to travel to the USA, Praveen? Anna says, yeah, Praveen says, black soda. I just can't say it's, you're being like one's the same as another. Meep says, LOL cat, it's been a long time since I was involved in nursing care, so I've never faced that challenge, but I'd find a way. Yeah. Megan, am I working? You said, are you work here? I don't quite know. Praveen says, yes, Anna, ma'am. Soon me and my wife are planning, already informed about it to Auntie and Yogi, yes. Meanwhile, we invited Yogi, sir, also to India. Hi, Francisco, how are you? Noni, hello. Hi, my friend Noni, it's good to see you. Noni's saying hello to everybody, and Anna says, fantastic, Praveen, right? School Sniper says, driving in the rain. Today I did a dead tree to bring down, but I'm leaving the trunk to carve some artistic swirls. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Be careful driving in the rain. Megan says, I love animals. We have 2 cats and a dog. And Caribbean says, thanks, Anna. And Noni says, I am from Indonesia. And Anna says, good morning to Noni. And Caribbean says, awesome sniper, sir. Well, welcome. Welcome, my friend Noni. Noni has such a sweet spirit. Steps in the moon. It's time to return. Does Yogi have a live stream set up for this morning? Am I missing it? I am. There it is. Yes, I do remember. Praveen says, remember, Auntie, I have shared with you pics of street dogs which my dad and mother feed every day. Yeah, that's just so wonderful. Oh, Marlon says he does. Who does what? Megan says my dog's name is Cooper and the cats are Sassy and Maisie. Aw, how cute. I would love a cat, but I have reasons for not wanting a cat besides a litter box. If I could have an outdoor cat, well, a cat that went to the bathroom outdoors, that'd be great. But then I'd always be worried about the coyotes. Oh, Anna, you know what happened? Yesterday, Jessica went live and I was hanging out talking to her. And she was outside and she was cold. And I was typing to her, but Yogi had just sent me a message. So the message went to Yogi, are you wearing a jacket? And so when we talked, he had his dinner jacket on. It was so funny, so cute. He's so clever. Yes, he has a live set up. Thank you, Marlon. I'm on it. I am. Oh, nope. Oh, this is my Brendan song. But look, it's a Yogi song coming on too. How funny. Cindy says my cat learned to go outside at almost 3 years old. Do you live near coyotes? Like, because every morning we hear the coyotes. They're not super close, but I would stress out so bad. I haven't seen Rosie in a little bit. All right, I'm almost done with that. Cat. All right, let's see how that turned out. At 5 a.m., I will be heading to Yogi's live stream here. There we go. Got it. Praveen says, my dad used to pack food for street dogs from different areas in his car while going to the office. He would go area by area, giving food to all of them. Wow. As soon as the dogs saw his car, they would run towards him. So sweet. Oh, Marlon says, I mean, go to the bathroom outside. And no, coyotes only live in North America. Well, thank you for that. There's so much I really don't know. Praveen says that was Dad's daily schedule for all those years, 30 plus years. Wow. Anna says dogs love us with unconditional love, Praveen. And Praveen agrees. He says, yes, Anna. I say many, many times that my dogs have saved my life, especially during depression. If it wasn't for my, it used to be my kids. I hung out for my kids. But once I don't have kids relying on me, it's my dog. It's Jack that keeps me going. Marlon says, though golden jackals have been expanding their range drastically and might make it here eventually, though European jackals are apparently not even really jackals, while they look similar. And why they look similar, they're not even remotely related to the African jackals. Interesting. And Anna sending some love to Jack. Marlon says we do have wolves again though. Rare still, but they made an incredible comeback. I'm glad to hear. I mean, it's not great for people, but I'm glad to hear those animals are making a comeback. There's only so much area for all of us. I hate that we pushed a lot of animals out of their natural territory. Hmm. There we go. I'm back. Talking about the Bulls have made an incredible comeback and do way better in urban areas than expected. I think it was thought that 10, at most 20% of the country was suitable, but now wolves are expected to establish themselves virtually everywhere. Anna says, do you know Bridget Bordeaux? Oh my gosh, yes ma'am. I love old movies. Marlon says, why? Wolves aren't a threat to people, just pets and livestock. No, I said I'm glad they're making a comeback. And it's unfortunate that we, as people, have taken over their territory. Megan says our cats are indoor. Cooper loves to go out when he wants to go. You should get another dog. Jack would have a brother in the house to play with. I know you love to play with Jack a lot, which is great. And I love your pillow. Oh, thank you. My butterfly pillow? Yes. My plan was Christmas time to get a female Irish setter to breed. Not with Jack. Jack is fixed. But I don't know if financially that's going to be an option right now. We'll see. I'm going to leave it. I'm open. I would love to have a friend for Jack by Christmas. But it might have to wait till I have more time off away from work. I'm the only one here to potty train. How can I do that if I'm working full time? There's our friend Noni. I love you, Noni. Thank you for stopping by. Anna says, I often hear ads from Bridget Bordeaux Foundation on the radio. So many cats and dogs in waiting. Oh, I did not know that. Wow. I just know her from the movies that she's like one of the most glamorous. Yes. Marlon says, yeah, between 1700 and 1900, wolves were decimated all over Europe. Oh, they almost went extinct for roughly 200 years here, I believe. Same with the lynx and bears. The bears still really haven't come back. Aw. Praveen says, you know, Auntie, today Samina's angry with me and not talking to me since this morning. Because yesterday she wanted to eat potatoes and curry for dinner, her favorite, but I made egg curry my favorite. Marlon says we are also getting our moose back. The last were killed in World War II. Now some have made it back. I'm glad to hear that. That's lovely. Praveen says Samin is in office watching my messages on WhatsApp but not replying to me. Samin, we love you, and you have every right to be mad. Meek says the earth is huge, the universe is even bigger. I'm convinced they could achieve Project Genesis at this time, or at least close to it, if they willed it. That's interesting, Meek. Anna says she stopped making movies a long time ago, and she has totally devoted her life to protecting animals. I didn't know she was still alive, to be honest. Wow. Uh, Marlon says wolves did go extinct here. I just feel like the word extinct and saying they came back is an oxymoron. I know it's not quite an oxymoron, but it doesn't quite make sense to my brain. Praveen says, Auntie, what is this? You should be on my side, Auntie. Praveen says, Yogi Sir and Auntie will and always should be on my side. Well, you know, women have to stick together. Music Meek says, came back. I'm back. LOL. Well, welcome back, my friend. You've made it just in time for me to say goodbye to you. Yogi will be live here anytime now. I give him a few minutes because it's Yogi. Marlon says extinct within Germany, but still held out in other countries with more undisturbed wilderness. Praveen says, I love you, Auntie. Keep smiling. Always Auntie like this. Well, as long as I always have you in my life, that will not be a problem, Praveen. I love you and thank you. Anna says, in reference to Bridget Bardell, she would like some things to be done before she dies. And she keeps asking politicians. Bless her, you know? Marlon says they did have to swim through some big rivers actually to come here, which they did. Wow. Marlon says, or the links over the mountains from France. You know, that's one of the things I noticed in Florida was when I first moved to Florida, there was so many woods and a lot less woods, more developments, more trees being cut down. It's kind of heartbreaking. Meep says, I'm going to write a book called The World According to Cat, LOL. Hitchhiker's Guide Part 2. Praveen says, when I will come to Tennessee, Jack will not be able to sleep and relaxing like this because I will play with him 24/7. Well, he'll just sit on you and make you stop. Marlon says, kind of like jaguars are coming back to the U.S. from Mexico after being extinct there for a long time. So far, no Yogi. Oh, there's Lady Sky. Praveen says, Auntie, say hello to Big Deborah. I will tell her hello. Marlon says, and yes, jaguars are native to the southern U.S. I did not know. Pete says, in the meantime, Yogi, wake up. Well, he's finishing his breakfast, probably brushing his teeth, all those last minute things. He knows he's worth the wait. He knows we'll be there waiting for him. He talks about how self-deprecating he is, and he's so what is that word? Humility. What's the word for modest? He's so modest, but he knows we'll wait on him. He knows he's worth it. Right? Anna says he must be finishing an apple. Lady Sky is there waiting. Does he have oatmeal? I think he sometimes has an apple after his oatmeal, or maybe he puts it in. I don't know. I just know that was something he mentioned once. He was choking down an apple. All right. Still not there. He was so late the other day, I was worried about him. I was fixing to send him a message. Rainy day vibes, but we're feeling alright. There he is. Okay, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I left the link for yogis if you want to come hang out. I love you, and I hope you have a good day. Meet says Cat. I'll be out of here in about 10 minutes, sister. You'll connect with Yogi again soon. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.